Here we go now. Batman scoop on the mic. Mixing the mix on the wheels of steel.
This is what I was wondering. Fucking do.
Let's go.
AOE today. The AOE diehards. I must respect them. Poop for brains. Thank you for the prime. What a glorious name you have. Poop for brains. Smartest chatter. DJ Ameskenek. You have an impossible name. Thank you for the 8 months of prime, though. Rogue One 819 after 20 months. 20 months.
Let's go.
Figure Eight, thank you for the 7 months. Devil, thank you for the prime. Racing Legend, thank you for the prime. Real John Crowder, thank you for the prime. Red Hot Rant, thank you for the prime. Slackerino, thank you for 3 months. How's everybody doing? What's going on? What's the haps? What's fucking the vibe? All right, vibe check 1 2. Hey, Atrioc. Wait, I'm sorry. You said you dropped out of college with 3K YouTube subs. What's your content? Link me your content right now. I just want to see. I don't necessarily think college is a requirement for anyone. I don't think that many of the skills are actually useful for the real world. But I would like to see what content you're doubling down on. If you're how many dollars do you get for YouTube subs? 0. YouTube subs don't really mean anything. I've been doing drugs since you said it was cool. Do you feel cooler? Congratulations. Lil drunk after bowling. Can we shit on Elon Musk here? Sure. You went drunk bowling? I don't know if you're that much cooler than Elon Musk. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you're in the same wheelhouse. You can shit on him, but I think. Is this your normal schedule? No, I don't have a normal schedule anymore. I'm figuring it all out. I'm trying to align vis-a-vis my paradigms to promote optimal synergy between my media outlet and my corporate. I don't know. I fucking don't know. I'm trying to stream earlier, but there's still actually work to be done, unfortunately. When you said 2 to 3 p.m., it's not impossible. I just need to figure it out, I just got to fucking reorganize the calls that I'm scheduling. But right now I'm still on the same paradigm, same fucking NVIDIA schedule. Night streams are nice. They're not that nice. I'd like to stream earlier, honestly, myself. Mr. Zoo, thank you for the 5 months. What else? Who else we talk? I am once again asking for a marketing Monday about how actors / musicians / celebrities market themselves. That is such a broad topic. It is an insanely broad topic. And each one of those is a different category with a different way to do it. And also they're all individually different. I don't think that would be a very interesting marketing Monday. Maybe if you focus it on just like up and coming musicians or something, but like even among musicians, someone like a fucking established artist, like a Beyonce is going to be entirely different than someone trying to make a name. Reimagined, reconsider, reinvigorate. Do you believe in your title 100%? I do. Wait, what did I say in my title? I don't even know. Marketing Wednesday wins amazing and fails catastrophic. The world is on edge. Yeah. Yeah, I believe in that. I believe in that 100%. There's a lot of crazy stuff happening. There's a lot of crazy stuff happening, and I will be the first to say it and the last to admit it. Hey, Big A. I just want to say I appreciate the more EST-friendly streams that you've been doing since you left NVIDIA. It's great. Sarcasm is unbecoming of you. Chat as a whole. It's unseemly. Okay? Nobody likes this snarky attitude. How's your sleep been since quitting? Oh, I'm glad you asked. Planted question. Check this out. Check this out, motherfuckers. Is that a rare 96%? Never have I ever got a 96%. Fucking unreal, dude. Time to fall asleep, 16 minutes. Time slept, 7 hours, 55 minutes. That's basically 8, which is basically perfect. Sleep challenge complete? Well, not. It's 1 day. It's fucking 1 day. Acting like Northern Lion on Peloton. What does NL do on Peloton? Same thing? Stats? By the way, Peloton, it's not a wins and fails, but let's check. Peloton stock. Yikes. Oh, yikes. Yikes. Dude, they're below IPO. Like, significantly. Wow. That's crazy. That means if you had bought in a ton right when they IPO'd, and then they went on to sell millions of bikes, you would have lost money by holding till now. That's such a poorly run company. Such an incredibly poorly run company, dude. That's crazy. What is NL gonna do? I mean, the users are fine, right? They'll probably get cheaper or more expensive. They may try to gouge their core users to make money. The unused Peloton in my bedroom says otherwise. Yeah, that's the problem. The problem, as I see it, and again, I am sure there's more to it than this, but the macro problem is that exercise equipment is always, by definition, a fad. Never in history does a high-end piece of luxury exercise equipment not become a fad. People always move on to something new because the core problem is that people don't want to do it. People will spend a lot of money for the idea that they're going to change their life, but they're not actually going to consistently do it. So anything that requires a long-term subscription is just fucking doomed. Even gyms, which, I mean, the gym business model is that you don't go, but you forget about it. The gym business model is to charge just enough that you won't get angry enough to cancel it and make it hard to cancel. And then get a lot of people to sign up around the holidays and New Year's and then don't have them go. In fact, most gyms would not be able to survive if all of their subscribers showed up. Like, they don't have the capacity if all of the people who are actually paying regularly showed up. Is there an app that helps subscriptions? There is. We'll talk about it in a bit. Don't rush me. Why don't people sneak into gyms? I assume some do, but it's kind of hard, right? I went to 24-hour fitness for a long time when I worked at Twitch, and you know, there's just no way in the front without paying. I couldn't find a way to sneak in. If I had a Peloton, I'd be on it every day, bro. Yeah, for a month or two. You know, whatever. And then you'd rethink that. Like most people, like almost everybody who's using Peloton. They just can't keep subscribers. Just maybe remember I'm still paying for my gym membership. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Are you wearing pants? I'm wearing shorts. The pants of the classy gentleman. I have to untangle these. I paid for weights in my garage and never touched. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's just the thing. Is that the money in fitness comes in like single bulk purchases. But they weren't selling the bike at much of a profit, if any. And they were trying to make their money on these expensive subscriptions, but people just aren't sticking with it. Bro should wear a kilt. Why? What do you gain by me wearing a kilt? First of all, my bottom half is never on camera. It doesn't. What is the... Why do you have to pay $99 a month to pedal a stationary bike? And they call this a tech company. They called it tech meets fitness. They called it a fucking revolution. Yeah, they're not really a good business. Not doing so well. But Peloton founder John Foley and executives he hired, including his wife, made $500 million in insider share sales and still control the company despite resigning. Well, that's another sign that it's doing well. Look at John Foley. This man, Pelotons, baby. I still want to use one of those old stationary bikes where the pedals are like a fan. The whole thing cost me less than 1 month Peloton's version. Yeah, exactly. Bro, listen, bilking rich people out of their money with a fad is a time-honored tradition. It's a great idea. And for the people that started Peloton, it was genius because they built it as a fad. They got viral buzz. They sold a bunch of them. They sold all their stock. And now everyone else is left holding the bag of this terrible company because the fad has ended and no one else is buying them. And they're moving on to the next thing. And, you know, so it's Northern Lion isn't rich, though. He's a man of the people. Yeah. I mean, he's not Jeff Bezos. I'll give you that. He's doing pretty well. He's doing pretty fucking well, I'll be honest with you. He's not even top 100. You're right. Hey, you're right. His YouTube's not huge. It's actually a misconception. Northern Lion's YouTube. Listen, I will show you right now. Northern Lion YouTube channel. First of all, 1 million subscribers, but subscribers don't matter. You might think, okay, the view counts aren't that high, right? But the thing is, the difference maker is that every one of these videos is fucking 45 minutes long, hour long. 100,000 views on an hour-long video is so much more money than 200,000 views, 300,000 views on a 10-minute video. This is an incredibly profitable video. And the fact that all of his viewers are trained, or like not trained, but they expect to watch a long video when they click means they're not going to click out once they start. And they're watching fucking dozens of ads. Tons of vids a day. He actually has an incredibly profitable YouTube channel. And, surprise, surprise, none of these has an editor. It's like basically raw dumps of footage. So he's not giving, you know, whatever, a third, whatever amount of the video money is. So he's actually figured the game out quite well. Northern Lion is doing incredibly well. He's like a one-man operation that makes more than streamers much bigger than him. Why doesn't he just get unpaid editors like you do? Well, my editors do it for the love of the craft, and that's very hard to find. All my editors do it. I've offered to pay them, and they insist. They say it would taint it. It would ruin the love that we have for what we're doing. Godzilla in chat obviously agrees. He said, He said, don't insult me by offering to pay. I would do this for free. I would pay you. And I said, okay. So now I bill them per video. I think Carnage is the same strat, does very well. Yeah, there's definitely, listen, if you're a consistent stream many hours a day, variety gamer, it's like actually a pretty great way to go. Because people love to have VODs on while they're just fucking doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? They like to just toss up a VOD. And if it's an hour VOD, all the better. Yeah, so it's pretty smart. Does pretty well. Community night, we're going to end every stream night with one community episode is my game plan. How about yours? That's the way I like it, and I'll never get bored. Hey, now. Atrioc, can you please stop condoning your chat calling you Glizzy Hands Coffee Cow? My family think I'm a fucking nuts for watching a grown man say Glorketer. I don't say it. You're saying it. You're saying it right now. Your family wouldn't know about it if it weren't for you. Nobody's tuning in and seeing me say it. Okay? I am reading. I'm responding. I'm playing off the energy of what I'm being given. It would not happen unprompted if you guys just never mentioned it. It's not going to come up from me. I'll be honest with you on that. Neg's unbanned. Watch him close, though. You never know when we'll have to ban him again. You never know. Tito Libido, they have the 18 months. 18 months, the only sub he ever thanked was my first one. And you're 18th. How about that? How about that? Wait. Does anyone know if the sub alerts have been working? Completely didn't check. Shit. Has it happened even once? Oh, it does. Nice. Made hero there for the 8 months. Nice, fooled. Hey, why don't you guys check again? I can't tell if they're working. Can anyone fucking... Acronym, thank you for the 28 months. One time when my water was out, I had to wash my hands with LaCroix. Fucking cool, dude. Yeti, thank you for the raid. What was Yeti playing today? Antibacterial hand wipe, thank you for the 2 months. You're a big deal. So you say. Squid Boy, thank you for the 10 months. Coal Cell, thank you for the 7 months. Don't listen to them. You are my favorite Glorketer on Twitch.tv. Well, it's a pretty limited category. It's a category of one as far as I can tell. So it's easy to be someone's favorite. Strong Fork, thank you for the tier 1. Gand Golf, thank you for the prime. I'm playing a stupid challenge in Terraria. Not worth it. It's hell. Okay. I will not do that. You've convinced me. Buy me some peanuts and get to marketing Monday, bruh. You can get to watching the VOD, you motherfucker. Where's your fuck? I'm banning you. I will not rush. I will not rush. Okay? I will take my time. I might spend another hour staring blankly into the camera with no sound. I might. Atrioc, it's my birthday today. First one in a while. It's my birthday today. First one in a while. I'm excited. What does that mean? Exactly 365 days? What a fucking stupid sentence. It's always your first one in a while, I guess. Atrioc, will Off-Brand ever make a show for Clint Stevens to bring him back? We already took a fucking gamble with X. Whether or not he's going to show up. You want me to do a fucking Clint Stevens show? Give me a palpitation? Give me fire, though. The Clint Stevens Variety Hour, baby. Clint would be worth. Clint Stevens Go Live show. Oh, that would be interesting. The Clint Stevens Go Live show. Wait, how would that work? Almost like a telethon or something where you get a bunch of other streamers all like on stage taking calls in support of Clint as we count down to the next time he goes live. It can run for weeks. And we raise money for a charity or something. The Clintathon. It's like a reverse. Yeah, that's interesting. You can run for months. Where do I even watch off-brand? What do you watch? Bro, I don't think you fundamentally understand what the business is. It's like I have to rewind so much. It's not a show. It's not a show named Off-Brand. Yeah, it's on Hulu, man. It's on Hulu. Just go on there. Jensen Nvidia, thank you for the Prime. Wow, it is an honor to be supported by my ex-CEO. Thank you, Jensen Nvidia, for that Prime. Single month of Prime. Still supporting Big After Left. Oh, yeah, that's the support I need. Hey, Atrioc, you should talk about the 2-for-1 deal on double stuffed Oreos at my Walmart today. Do I need to say anything else? I read your message. Does that cover it? Is that a sponsored Walmart message? What is the fucking benefit there? That's some good marketing. By the way, we have already learned that double stuffed Oreos are basically single stuffed Oreos from 5 years ago. You just read a free ad for Walmart? The real question is, was it free? What if this is all a psyop and I got paid for that ad? And you guys thought it was an organic read into your pro chat, but actually I'm getting the fucking bag from Walmart. And Big Oreo. That would be illegal. Well, that's why I didn't do it. I saw an ad for Chip and Joanna Fix a Castle, HBO Max exclusive. Fucking called it. Is that real? Chip and Joanna Fix a Castle, HBO Max exclusive? Is that fucking real? That's fucking so spot on the fucking nose. No way. I have to confirm. Chip and Joanna Fix a Castle. Wow. New series premieres October 14th. HBO Max. Wow, that's fucking crazy. That's crazy. Chip and Joanna Gaines flip Helm's Deep. Can't do Helm's Deep. Could be the Red Keep. Watch Party? Oh, yeah. That's our next thing after Community. I was thinking you should do this stream where you play a game like normal, but every once in a while you would chat Peep the Horror and then put on this red and black pulsating mass on screen. And the whole deal was that everyone who saw it thought it was the funniest thing they'd ever seen. But every time you'd show it, one viewer who saw it would die. Is that just a Germa bit? Is that just a stolen Germa bit that you're peddling? They should make a show about fixing Atrioc viewers' lives. It would be depressing as fuck. Jesus Christ. Let's do the Germa bit, dude. What the fuck is that? Let's go back to the fucking stolen Germa bit. Hey, what if we did a show where like we had clowns play baseball? That's a new idea that I had. Atrioc, can you stop stalling for so long? No! No, I can't. Because I'm enjoying it. Motherfucker. God damn. You fucking incredibly, I would hate to fucking meet you for lunch, dude. Sometimes you just want to talk with people. You don't want to fucking jump immediately to the fucking all business. Mm. Uh, Queer eye for the chat guy. I don't think fixing your life implies just giving you a makeover. I don't think if someone's having a really tough time in life right now, I don't think buying them a new jacket or something is going to be like what they fucking need. Queer Eye does more than that, does it? I confess I haven't seen it, but my understanding is that they buy them new clothes. There's this store in Wisconsin I've been to where the owner trained an army of ducks to stop cars in the street outside. So people had to come in his candy store and spend money before he got the ducks to move. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, is there? Wait, I did read it. Oh, yeah, I did read it. You guys are at -5ing. I unintentionally read it. I didn't even know it was elevated. I don't understand how that works because if I'm driving down the street and then a bunch of ducks are in the way, I'll stop the car, but I can't get out of the car. I can't stop in the middle of the street, get out of the car and go buy candy. Do you know what I'm saying? I would have to go pull into a parking lot. Also, there's a chance that I run over and kill some ducks, which is pretty dark. Jump your car over them. I'm not asking for solutions. You've misread this. A chatter came to with a crazy proposal. I responded to it. I don't need solutions to the problem because I'm not facing the problem. I don't live in. Go on the site. No, you guys are not helping in any way because I don't need the help. I didn't have any coffee today. Am I still allowed to be here? And it's not even a sub, dude. It's a new fucking viewer. Jesus Christ. Dude, come in better. Enter the conversation better. I don't do enough. Like maybe 2% of my YouTube is like memes, Reddit reacts or whatever. I'm surprised that so many new viewers come in with the fucking memes memorized, ready to go. Like based on viewership, most people should come in here and be like, "Yo, is that the clown? Can't wait for some crazy hitman antics." Or, "Yo, love marketing. Can't wait to talk about the Sigma grind set." Like, those two things should make sense. But instead, most new messages are like, "Oh, fucking Sir Glizzington, coffee per squeaks." And I'm surprised. The normal well-adjusted YouTube viewers never show up. It's oxymoron, dude. Normal well-adjusted YouTube viewers. I don't know who the fuck you're talking about. Never Wobbles says, imagine using these to advertise. Check out my new Atrioc compilation. $5 for that? $5 for that? It's obviously not worth it. Damn, bro, not in 2022. Shut the fuck up. It's not getting me. I'm not got. He gave me $5 to click a link. I clicked the link. I wasted 2 seconds of Rickroll. I'm not got. I'm not owned. It's not. If I came to you on the street and I said, if I paid you $5 to listen to the first seconds of Rickroll, would you do it? You'd be like, yes, hell yes, I'll do that for sure. And then I do it and suddenly I'm getting rocked. I'm getting seethe more. Cope and mauled. Never caught me lacking. Why do you care about money? It's just a social construct. Okay. Is that you talking to your fucking landlord? I think the rest of us have to factor it in occasionally. DeFluffy, they have the 26 months. Mio, please give me 3 months. Smurf Squatch, they have the 12 months. 1 year. And only 6 months away from our brand new sub badges from Maisie. I'm seeing a few in chat already. Shout outs to Wii U Enthusiast. What a terrible name. With the monkey ball. And I haven't seen any ghosts yet. Oh, there is a ghost. Flyan with the ghost, the extremely rare elusive ghost sub badge. And then also the clown from Epic Hamster Dance. There was a $5 message, but I missed it. So you actually did -5. You actually got -5. I didn't see it. They don't last very long. They certainly don't last very long. I didn't see it. I don't know where it was. Everyone was just saying -5, but I didn't see it. I hope it was a Rickroll link that got fucking owned. Is what I hope. Okay, here's the plan. In the next 5 to 6 minutes, to 7 minutes, to 8 minutes, we're going to shoot the shit a little bit longer. I'm going to get into Marketing Monday, at which point we're going to do wins and fails, at which point we're going to talk about some of the big stories in the world of marketing, business, and geopolitics of the past week or so. Okay? That's going to happen. After that, maybe we will check, I don't know, interesting things to watch. Maybe we'll look at LSF. And then after that, we're going to watch Community. Okay? That's the plan. That's the day. That's how we're going to do today. We are all also on a T-minus immediate countdown for gaming weekend. This weekend will be the ultimate gaming weekend. Ori, Fury, Monkey Island. Many things of gaming is all happening this weekend. It's a big gaming weekend. Collab with Northern Line is still on, though moved to next week because I have both training and meetings during his normal schedule tomorrow. So we're going to be doing, I'm going to try to stream earlier, but we're going to do Northern Line collab next week. I think Tuesday or Wednesday. Vin Diesel voted hottest bald man of the year. That is not necessarily something I needed to know. I appreciate you running into my chat breathless and frantically typing to make sure that I knew that as soon as it was available. Oh, -5. Trade offer. I lose $5. You gain $5. Parentheses, marketing moment. Thank you. I'll accept. I accept your trade. Thank you very much. You truly know the art of the deal. Atrioc, weren't you supposed to bring that rich sponge guy on stream? All I can tell you is that he is living the dream. I tried. He offered. He asked me to do it. And then I said, okay, let's do it. And then he said, great, coordinate with my assistant. And then I started talking to the assistant. And since we've been talking, he's fired that assistant, replaced her with a new assistant. And both of them continue to tell me that he is vacationing in Israel or vacationing on a yacht. Like, he's just living the fucking dream. Every time I message him, it's like he's on a different fucking vacation. So he's living the fucking scrub daddy dream. And I don't know how to lock him down to any specific date. Rich sponge guy, and you guys think it's SpongeBob? SpongeBob is not rich. Every true SpongeBob fan would know that. He works for extremely low wages due to Mr. Krabs' greed. Obviously. Atrioc, how do you remember the script for all of your streams? It comes off really natural and unscripted. Yeah, I don't know. What I do is I do hours and hours of prep. Every single one of these words is scripted verbatim. And what I do is I run through the lines. I just run lines over and over, over and over, over and over, over and over. I hire dozens of actors to play all the chat roles, and I just that's why he was so late. Yeah, I was going through it last second. Now we're there for the 2 months. Love your Marketing Mondays. Thank you. I'm so glad we can have one here on a Wednesday on time. Let me get my shit together. Let me open up some shit. Is there a little song I could play? And then I could pull open all my tabs and stuff. On the contrary, Atrioc, a true SpongeBob fan would know that SpongeBob is the richest of all in spirit. Okay. Okay. Fine. Whoever said that, shut the fuck up. Atrioc. Hey, Atrioc, I found out I'm balding recently and got irrationally upset. How do you cope? I guess with your $5. That's how I cope. I cope with your $5. Thank you for that message. I really appreciate it. What is this? Oh, is this the fucking YouTube channel from the beginning?
Now performing Mask from the cast of Beyond the Screen.
What is this? This is the YouTube channel that you quit school for?
Hi, sorry I'm late. I just got stuck in...
Mr. Clay, have a seat.
Right, sir, I actually go by Dream, if that's okay.
Clay, sit. Okay.
On your test, I noticed you had very similar answers to your neighbors Sapnap and George.
Wait, why does he get to go by Sapnap and I can't go by...
God damn it, Clay! Did you or did you not cheat?
No, of course not.
What?
Come on, mate. Just tell him if you did. I just want to go back to lunch with my friends.
It's okay if you did, man. Just say it so I can go back to studying. I'm already failing this class. Why would you even copy off me? This is ridiculous. I did not cheat.
Clay, wipe that grin off your face. This is not a smiling matter. George, Sapnap, you're excused.
Thank you. Good luck, Clay. Dream.
Yeah, good luck, Dream.
Sir, I don't know how this happened. Please.
Bro. You look like a teacher, man. I feel like I'm surprised you are doing all this.
I don't have to do anything, Clay. Since you won't admit to it, 2 weeks suspension.
Okay. And Clay, what did I tell you? Wipe that silly grin off your face. No one believes it. I wear a mask with a smile for hours at a time. Stare at the ceiling.
What is
while I
this?
hold back what's on my mind.
What is this?
And when they ask me how I'm doing, I say I'm just fine. I say I'm
Art.
just But the fact is, I can never
The
get
Minecraft
off my
stage is pretty cool.
mattress. And all that they can ask is,
Scorsese.
why
This is
are
the
you
next
so sad?
Scorsese. Wow, this is powerful.
That's what the mask is. That's what the point of the mask is.
Dream on Broadway.
So you can see I'm trying. You won't see me crying. I'll just keep on smiling. I'm good. And it just keeps on piling. It's so terrifying. But I keep on smiling. I'm good. I've been caring too much for so long. Been
I love theater kids so much, bro. This is the theater teacher. This is Mr. Andrews, who's quitting school to pursue his YouTube dream.
Wearing myself for so long, been wearing a smile for so long, it's real, so long, it's real, so long, it's real. Always being judged by a bunch of strange faces. Scared to go outside, I haven't seen the light in ages. But I'm okay-ish, yeah, I'm okay.
One thing I love, this is like a thing I've noticed so much about Zoomer content, is that I just remember in the early internet, like skits were very popular and went viral a lot. and they often involve you having 2 or 3 close friends to play all the characters. But what's funny about modern Zoomer memes and content is like every Zoomer plays all of their own characters. They cut out the entire friends part. It's always them playing every character with different clothes and hats. It's extremely rare nowadays to see like a viral sketch or something where there's multiple people in it. Which is kind of interesting, kind of funny. Anyway, that was phenomenal. I applaud you for quitting your job as a full-time English professor or theater professor. Finish it? I closed it. You motherfuckers, I closed it. I can't possibly finish it.
Now performing Mask. I've been carrying. I know you that I do classes. I just really wish that I could pass this. Wish that I could pass this. Mask is. That's what the point of the mask is. So you can see I'm trying. You won't see me crying. I'll just keep on smiling.
What's the easiest way to send you a $3.50 split with a $5 donation? Thank you for the $5. Actually, yeah, exactly what you said.
I'm good, and it just keeps on piling. It's so terrifying, but I keep on smiling. I'm good, I've been caring too much for so long. I'm comparing myself for so long. Been wearing a smile for so long. It's real, so long. It's real, so long. It's real.
That was something else. I mean, I have chills for sure. Top to bottom. Really something that I absolutely don't regret watching. Speaking of regrets, I'm going to regret not opening all my tabs if you guys don't give me a second. So give me a second to open all of my tabs so we can do wins and fails. Wins and fails. Wins and fails and fails and fails and wins. Wins and fails and fails and wins. What's up, Beijing?
What's that, Beijing?
Oh, little spoiler there. Wins and fails and fails and wins. Bup, ba-da-bup, ba-da-da-bup, ba-da-bup, 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 da 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 da. Just hold. All right, timer. Let's assume it's like a 2-minute timer while I just get everything set up. Oh, here it is. This is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Okay. 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 Hold. Hold. Hold, 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 hold. There it is. Okay. Okay. I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready. I think that I'm ready now. Let me just make sure I've got everything that I need open. Okay. That should be fun. Do 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 do. Okay. Let's see here. Move this over. Escape while you still can. Okay, grab this. Okay. Hey, Big A, nice jacket. I've worn this jacket like every Monday for fucking 900 Mondays straight, but I appreciate that. It's also from Target. But I appreciate that you like it. I do. I really do. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for you to do your due diligence and help me lurch forward into the future and explain the world of marketing and business by tagging yourself in the official Marketing Monday intro on a Wednesday. Welcome to Marketing Monday on the week of October 10th. Today, we are talking about all of the wins and the fails and the wins in the world of marketing and business and a little bit of geopolitics. Let's jump right into it. I want to give you guys the straight truth. Things are a little bit dicey right now. Things are a little bit scary. Everything is starting to show cracks. A lot of things, a lot of systems all over the world are starting to break. And largely, they are starting to break in Europe, in America, in China, all over, because the central banks around the world have decided they have to stop the rampant threat that is inflation. Inflation is the big, scary 500-pound gorilla. And so, in response to that, central banks have been raising interest rates. Now, that's a very boring way to say that loans and borrowing money is getting more and more expensive. And it's getting so bad around the world that the United Nations is calling, this is a fail on the UN, is calling on all central banks to stop increasing interest rates or it's going to cause a massive global recession. The problem is the United Nations literally has resorted to begging its member countries to not trying to stop inflation or it's going to cause everything to break. And the problem is, as interest rates rise, mortgages get more expensive. Car loans get more expensive. All the debt that fuels this entire bubbled economy that we have is getting more and more expensive. And so you're seeing things like mass protests in Canada over mortgage rate increases. You're seeing shutdowns of businesses in the UK and Germany because of electricity and other mortgage increases. We're seeing a lot of problems. The problem is, this still exists. A $1,700 trash bag. What does this mean? A $1,700 Balenciaga trash bag. That means there's still way, way, way too much dumb money sloshing around. Okay? NFTs might be dead, but there's still lots and lots and lots of dumb money. And with all of this dumb money still sloshing around, and the fact that inflation has yet to be tamped down, the Fed cannot stop. Okay? So our Federal Reserve Bank continually says that it doesn't matter what the United Nations or anyone else says, they're going to keep raising interest rates. They're going to keep causing economic strain and eventually collapse until they get inflation under control, which means we are due for a lot more pain, not less, in the next coming months. We're almost certainly going to head into a severe and serious recession in about 6 months, if I had to guess. At the rate we are going, the inflation is not slowing down. They have to do something about it. This is where we're going. So I hate to start off with that, but I wanted to open up with a colossal fail, a colossal and true fail. The fact is that things are not heading in the right direction. Shit's got to be done, and it's going to cause stuff to break. That being said, I have a win that counterbalances all of that. First of all, I found a way for you to make ends meet. If you're struggling to make ends meet due to rising inflation, a simple way to make some extra money is by winning a few bets via sports gambling. Easy win. Okay, so we don't have to worry so much about rising inflation or the impending economic downturn because, you can just gamble, right? You can just make a couple dubs, and then all of a sudden, it's all good. It's all gravy. And I've noticed, this is a tie into marketing, the amount of sports gambling advertisements on major sports networks, MLB, NBA, football, is rising ever dramatically year over year. It's especially huge in the UK, but it's also getting big over here. And it's becoming where almost all major sports leagues are being funded by sports gambling sites, which is where most of the money's being made. It is fucking annoying. But I have got a win for you. I've got a win for people who don't want to see as much of that, and also people that don't want to, or that fall into a very specific category. Okay? And if you fall into this category, I want you to raise your hand. I want you to pop off. Because this win is for weed-smoking baseball fans. Marketing history has been made. The first weed deal for a major sports league, CBD, Charlotte's Web CBD, is now signed with the MLB, the first league in the United States to bring on a CBD sponsor. There is now gummies. There's, I don't know what else they have. Oral sprays, topicals, gummies, all available as an official, I think, what did they say? It's like an athletic weed or something. What did it say? It said like it's, wait, we'll see it right here. CBD like a pro. Yeah, you can maintain focus, recover from exercise, and achieve more. Yeah, that's what people are using CBD for. So CBD sport, dude. CBD sports. Now you can get high in a more athletic way, which is awesome. CBD sport is now officially existing, so that's a huge win. And I think is part of a growing trend of a shift in advertisers on major sports leagues. So I think we've seen in the past certain type of advertisers, but now it's shifting towards gambling and weed. It does feel like the big two for the foreseeable future for who's watching and who's going to be targeted is going to be gambling, CBD, other new type of things. So it's not weed, but it's hemp. It's hemp based. All right, same kind of active ingredient. Crypto. No, crypto's actually kind of dying as a sponsor. And that brings me to actually perfect segue to my next win, which is that crypto may be dying, but it's time for you, my friend, to buy the dip. Because this NFT, which was purchased by Logan Paul for $623,000 about 1 year ago, is now worth $10. And I know with how many of you have been dropping $5 super chats in my chat, you can just buy this baby right back up. I'm sure it'll go back to the moon. Diamond hands it, and that's easy money. You'll buy it for $5. Now you're getting greedy. Huge. What's up with the Staples Center? We'll see. We'll see how long they last. I've considered buying one as a meme. It would be very funny to buy an NFT that was formerly owned by Logan Paul or KSI or any other celebrity that spent multi hundreds of thousands, and then own it for $5 or $10. That's a funny story. That's probably worth it. That's probably worth it as an investment. So you could actually make some value off of it. Gateway NFT. You're going to get hooked. So that's just a win for everybody. Speaking of wins, I just want to take a moment and offer you guys a corporate win. Okay? I want to offer you guys a corporate win. I love when all aspects of sometimes when big corporations get too big and they have so many tentacles and arms and silos and areas, they don't all speak with one voice, all right? They don't feel coordinated and cohesive. And that's why I want to give a huge win for Google, which had a perfectly timed ad the other day about their latest Chromebook, the world's first laptop built for cloud gaming. What an excellent time to announce your built for cloud gaming laptop, Google. I love that. I absolutely love that. Extremely well timed. Just in time to use the last week of Stadia. Awesome. Big marketing dub. Oh yeah, Marquise Brownlee. Glad you really committed to cloud gaming. It's awesome to see Google really be so forward thinking and commit to cloud gaming despite, early hurdles and obstacles. I would hate for them to give up on it so quickly. Oh yeah. Bro. Amazon Luna, which by the way has no fucking room to be talking and probably has less users than Dead Stadia, did jump in. Shout out for Google for adding more ways to play on Luna. What is Amazon Luna? Exactly. No, trust your instincts, dude. Exactly. Luna is Amazon Stadia, which hasn't gone out of business because it hasn't started business. Continuing. Gamers. Any gamers in here? Sorry. Sometimes I know if it's all business. I don't know if I have any actual gamers in chat. Does anyone consider himself a gamer? Who here plays solo queue in a video game? Does anyone ever... Simple question. Does anyone in chat ever play solo queue in a video game like League or Valorant or Dota or whatever and feel like their teammates aren't holding up their end of the bargain? Do you ever feel like maybe you wish you had better teammates? Well, then don't forget about all that nasty inflation stuff. I got a big dub for you, okay? Science is going to solve your problem. You will now have better teammates because there are now lab-grown brain cells that can capably play the video game Pong, which means we're pretty close to having somebody that can do better than your fucking 0-12 support. Look at this. Look at this. Now, it's not necessarily sentient, but it is able to take in information from an external source, process it, and then respond to it in real time, which means it's already 50 times better than every person I ever played League of Legends with. That's already so dramatically better than anyone I've ever asked to come gank. Yasuo mains in shambles. This is a phenomenal breakthrough. Best super autoplets player. Let's see if there's anything. They're also teaching it to play beer pong, apparently, which is a weird thing to teach. Brain in a lab. But I guess there's something there. It's nice that we have a race between lab-grown brains and AI to see which one are going to replace us in all of our jobs in 10 years. I like that. I like that no matter what, one of these two will take all our jobs. And that's cool. Maybe it'll be both. Guarantee the cool-ass brain smokes weed. I 100% agree. Okay. Now, let's do some follow-ups, all right? I've been doing a lot of new news. Let's talk about some follow-ups. You guys have probably seen my Marketing Monday on HBO Max. If not, please check out the video. It is a phenomenal story of how 3 dumb CEOs have completely tarnished and ruined the HBO Max brand into the ground. But they're not done there. Current CEO of Warner Bros. Discovery, David Zaslav, just announced a big win for his department, 82 more layoffs. The Zazzler continues his campaign to pay himself more while cutting costs. 82 more layoffs and the complete demolishment of Cartoon Network Studios, which has now been folded in to Warner Bros. Animation into one smaller studio that no longer will produce original content. Cartoon Network Studios no longer has any independent say on either creative or operational matters, And they are no longer going to be producing new shows like Uncle Grandpa, Steven Universe, Clarence Over the Wall, We Bear Bears. All this stuff is new and therefore unproven and therefore unprofitable. Yuck. Gross. No, instead they're going to focus on things that WBA has been doing, which is like Bat Wheels, Bugs Bunny Builders, Aquaman, King of Atlantis, Teen Titans Go, basically taking old IP that already has established brand audiences and twisting it slightly. That works. That makes big, big money. So they're going to be doing a lot of that with Cartoon Network content, starting with the new Powerpuff Girls reboot. That is the main new focus of Cartoon Network Studios. So shout outs to David Zaslav for continuing his campaign of love and positivity. Everyone seems to love all the choices he makes as the new head of Warner Brothers Discovery. And we talked about it before the show started, but it is really exciting to see that my prediction about Chip and Joanna on HBO came true. I mean, I didn't think it would happen so incredibly soon, but apparently I've been told that they're launching a brand new Fixer Upper The Castle on HBO Max. I was speaking figuratively about Chip and Joanna, but literally they are launching this on HBO Max. This is 100%. This is coming out in a few days. So pretty awesome that sort of landed. I'm very excited. The world is healing. David's a viewer and he was excited about it. Big dub there. Continuing, I was doing some follow-ups. The second follow-up is about my main man. And this one's a dub, baby. This is an unequivocal dub. Let's give a dub to the marketing genius, the man that keeps this show's lights on, Elon Musk, baby. Oh! As he launches the finest fragrance on earth, burnt hair, and has already sold $1 million of gender-neutral perfume. Genius. His reasoning and rationale, it seems, is that please buy my perfume so I can buy Twitter. And it may seem like a joke, but I can assure you it is not. Because we are looking at sorry, let's see. Yeah, here it is. We are looking at a big snag he's having with the debt financing on the purchase of Twitter. Basically, the issue is the $13 billion in debt financing that he is taking out, in addition to the $33 billion of his own money that he's using to purchase Twitter. The banks are being kind of shaky on it because when they promised it to him back in April, interest rates were a lot lower. And now they are much higher. And we're looking at, I think, conservative estimate, something like $2 billion, 1.5 to $2 billion of interest payments that Twitter will have to pay every year just to service their debt. By the way, Twitter as a company right now doesn't make any money. So he's going to purchase Twitter and somehow find a way for it to generate $1.5 to $2 billion in profit that can then be used to pay the interest. And so I think starting out with a very, very nice 10,000 bottles of burnt hair is going to help. And I think I figured out his strategy. He's not just going to sell it himself, but he's going to get people to do the reply game. You know how they sell vibrators and like sun lamps and all that stuff in the replies of every viral tweet? If we can just automatically put Elon Musk's perfume as the reply of every major tweet, then we could start making some real squeesh to turn this company around. And that's why I'm very excited. Big dub. Big dub for Elon Musk. Always thinking, always innovating. And while he has been in the news for other less cool reasons, like the fact that apparently he has been pursuing a friendship with Nathan Fielder and has been desperately trying to make him laugh to no avail, inviting him to events, would strain to make the deadpan Canadian laugh. It is unfortunate, but I am sure that Nathan would love and laugh at this now. So maybe that's a real win. He does have an actual win in his camp, and these are wins for us. But an actual win in Elon Musk's camp is that despite all of these setbacks on the Twitter front, Tesla actually got some pretty good news, where one of its biggest competitor, Rivian, has to recall every single one of its vehicles. No, I don't know exactly. I'm not a car expert, but they say the front steering knuckle may not have been sufficiently torqued. Now, I'm not very torqued to hear that as a person who is in the market for a car. I don't think I'll be purchasing a Rivian vehicle. The recall was voluntary. Now, I've never heard of a truly voluntary means we are soon to get sued and we need to get out in front of it. Voluntary. Nobody voluntarily recalls all of their vehicles for fun, especially in a startup that is pre-revenue and having a very tough time in the stock market. No, I don't think they're doing quite well. I think Rivian's in a bit of trouble. So that's good news for Tesla. Actually, though their stock price does not necessarily reflect it. They are currently at multi-year lows. Nah, not too bad. But definitely down from their highs, which is not a great time for Elon Musk to be in a forced sale position in order to drum up the money to buy Twitter. By the way, to follow up on that, I want to do a quick follow-up pup on everything going on with Elon Musk buying Twitter. And that is that while he has... How do I put this? I'm gonna try and explain it as best I can. Let me see if I can wrap your brain around it. Okay, so on April 4th, Elon Musk signed an official agreement saying he was going to join the board of directors of Twitter and not make a hostile bid for takeover. 5 days later, he said, "Psych, I lied," and did make a hostile bid for Twitter. Okay, not a big deal, right? That's how it goes. On April 25th, he signed an official merger agreement to buy Twitter for $54.20 in cash. 18 days later, he said, "Psych, I lied. There's bots in the platform. I'm not paying." Okay, so twice. Interesting. Okay, that's fine. Okay, now... After that trial that he forced himself into didn't go well, the bot thing didn't go well. He's having trouble with the financing. He said on October 3rd, beginning of this month, I take it all back. I take it all back. Please just cancel the trial, and I will 100% buy Twitter this time for realsies. And that is what I covered in my video called Elon Musk is buying Twitter for real. But I didn't notice some of the more subtle details of his official petition, one of which is that it required Twitter to drop the lawsuit. Now it's seeming with 25 days left, he has 25 days until October 28th. Actually, from now it's only, I don't know, like 12 days. No, 16 days. Until the trial resumes, because the trial has been postponed but not canceled. It's been postponed. So he has that many days to say, again, a classic Elon Musk, "Psych, I lied." And I believe he is pursuing two possible avenues. Number one is if Twitter agrees to take his deal and cancels the trial, he is going to try and wriggle out of the thing altogether. I think the reason he's been asking for this delay is because he has been doing what has been called a mock trial. If you are at the level that Elon Musk has had and you have the levels of lawyers that he has, then what you'll do before a trial like they were preparing for, you'll do a mock trial where you get up on a fake bench and they'll have a lawyer who you don't know interrogate you with a bunch of questions that they expect you to be asked in court to see how your responses go. I think Elon Musk did that. He realized it's going to be a pretty bad look for him to go under oath and talk about all the aspects of his buyout in the business. And that's why he is desperately trying to delay this trial. Whether or not he intends to buy, I think more important than whether or not he's officially decided to just finally give up and buy is that he doesn't want this trial to happen. Against all odds, he does not want to have to swear under oath anything. So that seems to be the main impetus behind his apparent turnaround and saying he's going to buy Twitter. That being said, if he does weasel out of this court case again and Twitter has to reopen the suit, the judge is going to be pissed because he's essentially making a fool of the Chancery Court. So I don't think that's necessarily his way out. I think he's trying to delay the trial and figure it out, but I don't think he's doing that. Now, what is interesting is that if he gets the trial to drop and Twitter to agree and the buyout to start, it goes back to the original agreement. And the original agreement said, if the banks do not come up with the debt financing, he can buy out of the whole deal for $1 billion. Now, that seems like a lot of money, but that's actually the best possible outcome for Elon Musk. I think what he wants to do is go back to the original deal, knowing that all of the banks are spooked and know that Twitter's going to fail. No bank wants to loan him $12 billion for interest payments that Twitter can't make. Again, Elon Musk is not on the hook for these interest payments. Twitter is. He will have bought Twitter, but if Twitter can't make the payments, it goes bankrupt. It doesn't. So there's a real chance that the banks try to get out of it. At which point, the likely outcome is that Twitter will sue Elon Musk in court to force him to sue the banks to force them to give them the debt they agreed to so he can buy Twitter. And the judge will likely agree to it. The judge is going to force Elon Musk, who doesn't want to buy Twitter, to sue the banks to help him buy Twitter. Because they did officially agree to it. They agreed to it. The banks have already agreed. So we're entered into a very chaotic time. It's an extremely, extremely chaotic time. But all I can say is that Elon Musk has a long history of saying psych I lied around this stuff. So my video where I said it's certain that he will buy it at this point is becoming less certain. It seems to me very much that he doesn't want to buy it. He doesn't want to buy Twitter. And I'll follow up as we know this. He may be forced to. He's going to lose the court case. The facts are against him, but he's doing everything he can to still try and weasel out of it. Now, that being said, final thing. The day Elon Musk buys Twitter, if he does it, he's buying it at $54.20 a share, $44 billion. Twitter is worth, generously, at this moment right now, around $17 billion. Generously. So, imagine if you bought something and lost $30 billion, like if you bought a car and it was worth $30 billion less the day you drove it off the lot. That's what he's dealing with. And that is what he is trying to go around and get his friends and fans and fellow Silicon Valley Elon Musk stands to give him money for. He is raising money for this purchase. All the text messages that were leaked were back in April when it seemed like a cool thing to do. Now, nobody's really interested in it. So he's got to put up even more of his own money, which means he's going to have to sell Tesla stock, which is already in a rough period. That's where we're currently at. Now, I can't offer you more details than that, but I am closely watching this case as one of the most interesting business cases in a very, very long time. It's the largest acquisition of a company by a single individual, and he doesn't want to do it. It's just so funny how much money's being thrown around by nobody who's happy. Twitter won't be happy. He won't be happy. The banks aren't happy. And it's all being done based on contracts signed in April. So we're interested. We'll follow it up. I just want to give you guys an update on that. Now, I want to introduce a new segment called Bad Corporation. These are legitimate fails. Okay? I didn't know how to approach these, so I'm going to do them honestly. These are legitimate fails and wins and fails, and I'm called bad corporation. Bad, bad, bad. What you did is bad. And that is where I point out certain things that have actually been identified and published. The rare example of a corporation behaving badly that has been somewhat punished by the Labor Department or by the government, which is like extremely rare. And I want to give it an up. Number one, ExxonMobil fired 2 scientists suspected of leaking information. Basically, ExxonMobil had some scientists who basically told journalists that some things they were doing may have been either illegal or were damaging the environment, and Exxon illegally fired them. The Labor Department took the scientist's side and is fining Exxon. Bad corporation. Yay. I mean, I don't know what the fine is. Probably not big. Oh, $800,000 in back wages. Not bad. Not bad. Interest. Yeah, that's pretty good. Again, 2 employees. They don't want to work there anyway. They get $800,000. Nice. Nice. Second, Activision Blizzard illegally withheld raises from unionizing workers. So the workers that were unionizing at Raven Software formed a union, and they work on Call of Duty. And while they were unionizing, Activision Blizzard basically tried to break the union by turning their QA contractors into full-time staffers and increasing their wage, but not increasing the wage of all the people who were part of the union. They basically tried to find a way to backbreak the union with this way. The labor board has actually found them guilty. This is illegal. It's an illegal action. Very rarely does any of this stuff get punished. In fact, Apple just did this right now, and they're not punished. Apple has a union as a one unionized store, I think, and every other store got wage increases except for that store, and they did not get punished. But Blizzard did, and that is a good beginning. Big dub. Thank you. Bad corporation. Bad. Wag your finger, Blizzard. Then I want to take my last moment to talk about the future. Okay. And that is before we'll jump into what's up, Beijing. So let's talk about the future. The future is, this is the biggest announcement of all time. This is the biggest win we've ever had in wins and fails history. Sometimes there's a technological breakthrough that's so fucking massive that it shifts the entire paradigm of what we think of as technology, as economy, as commerce. Today, I'm presenting the ultimate win, the addition of legs. There is now legs in the metaverse. Mark Zuckerberg went online as part of his multi-billion-dollar pivot of his social media company to a metaverse company and has announced that despite being made fun of it over and over and over, they will be made fun of it no longer because the metaverse now has legs. Avatars walk around with legs. This is huge. And if you want to see these legs in full high fidelity, well, guess what? Mark Zuckerberg has a $1,500 new headset to sell you. This was their other big announcement. If you would like to buy a headset that costs you one PS5 plus Xbox plus an old MetaQuest headset, then you can get the brand new $300 MetaQuest headset in order to experience graphics like these in the metaverse with legs, complete with legs. This is fucking awesome. Meta announces legs. Okay, go back. What a headline, dude. What a massive win. Now, unfortunately, I think this is a buying opportunity for some of you in the market because, shockingly, the idiot investors on Wall Street don't seem to think this is a big deal. For some reason, these Wall Street investors don't seem to think this is going to turn the company around from its 80% drop from September highs. Absolutely. They don't seem to get it. They don't understand that. Standing ovation. On the real, Meta is in quite a bit of trouble. Mark Zuckerberg, as a passion project, basically, has pivoted his gargantuan $90 billion revenue social media company into a metaverse pivot. And it has so far paid zero dividends and cost a lot of fucking money. And while they've done that, they've fallen massively behind in the social media realm that was making them their money. Facebook is near relevancy, dying fast. And Instagram, their former golden child, is now getting its lunch eaten by TikTok. So they're not in a great spot. They're basically on shaky ground. And they know it. So they're pulling internship offers and hiring freeze. So they're not hiring new people and they're pulling internship offers. Basically, they don't have the money to keep hiring in this environment, and they're trying to go lean and hopefully wait until the metaverse begins to bear fruit. The problem is, the main reason they've been in so many troubles lately is that Apple has fucked their ad business and stolen it for themselves with their new privacy rules. And Apple also rumored is working on their own headsets. Wait, I am trying to find the link. Yeah, there's absolutely no images of it, but there is strong rumors going around that Mark Zuckerberg has commented on that Apple is working on their own headset. And I've talked about this quite many times. My main theory on what will happen, over and over and over, I've said, is that Mark Zuckerberg will spend $40 billion trying to make the metaverse happen. And he will work out all of the kinks eventually and finally get it to work. And the second people are finally warmed up to try it, Apple will swoop in and make a cooler headset and market it better. And he will be fucked again. I've said this for a long time. And it's literally playing out. They are literally preparing to do exactly that. So I don't know. But if you guys see Mark Zuckerberg in the metaverse, please tell him how nice his legs look. Because, brother, he needs it. I watched an interview recently where he was talking about Apple. Actually, do I have this interview? I'd love to show you. Yeah, I think this is it. Apple, Zuckerberg. I think this is it. Yeah.
Apple's done quite a number on you on mobile with that ad tracking prompt, right? You said it cost you like $10 billion or something like that in the last earnings call.
He said Apple's done a number on you with the ad tracking. It's cost you $10 billion already.
And I see what they're doing in headsets. They haven't obviously acknowledged it, but it's coming. Do you think those two are related at all? Because what I see is they've really hurt your ads business. Their ads business is also growing pretty dramatically at the same time, and they're about to compete with you in headsets. Do you
This guy's just fucking dumping the weight of the world on Zuckerberg right now. That is not a softball question. It is basically, hey, Apple, the strongest and most powerful company in the world, is fucking you over at every turn. What are you going to do about it?
do you see those things as connected?
It's really hard to know. So
That's awesome. Zuckerberg knows that he can't really say anything. What you do as a CEO here is you obviously can't be honest. I know what he wants to say, but he can't say that. It's a big news story and it's a cycle and it looks a bad look for him. So he has to be above it. He has to see like, oh, no, it's not a big deal. We don't notice our competitors. But he can't help himself.
It's hard for me to.
You have to have an idea, though. I mean,
I don't know. I mean, I think to some degree, it really it's hard to know what what documents or conversations they have over there that either connect or don't these different parts of the strategy or whatever. I mean, it's certainly plausible that that they kind of see this competition in the future and want to hinder us. I mean, I do think that
certainly plausible. And then he says,
I think one thing that's been pretty clear is that their motives in doing the things that they're doing are not as altruistic as they claim them to be. I'm sure that they believe at some level in the things that they're doing and think that they're good for their customers. But it can't just be a coincidence that it also aligns very well with their strategy.
yeah, it's not. It's not. Mark Zuckerberg, you are correct. It's not a coincidence that all of their decisions actually make them a fuck ton of money. Yeah, no. As opposed to you, though. As opposed to Mark Zuckerberg's stuff, which is altruism at its core. Yeah, moral argument coming from Mark Zuckerberg. Apple's not being as nice as they say. Yeah, Apple is a business, and they are sort of out competing you, my friend. But here's the deal. We don't really care about that because your metaverse doesn't have this, Mark Zuckerberg. It doesn't have the one thing that a metaverse truly needs to succeed. And that is VR furry exercise classes. Apple, get on it. VR furries have had legs for longer. Every innovation in the VR world has come from furries. First company to figure that out and to hire a bunch of them to be their lead engineers. Now, enough with the fall of our society. Let's talk about another society having some trouble and end our wins and fails with a classic segment.
我在北京，
What's up, Beijing?
我在北京，
What's going on with Xi Jinping, my man? Okay, well, I'll give you the big, long and short of it. The major news is that Xi Jinping is getting very, very close to his election for his third 5-year term. And that has been the big story of the past couple months. Everything has revolved around that. Everything he does is to consolidate power in anticipation of securing this next 5-year term. His third of 2. There used to be a term limit of 2. He will be the first to break that term limit and go for an extra 5. Now, as this happens, there are a couple interesting things happening in China alongside it. And I just need to get all of my tabs in a row to show you these interesting things that are happening in China. This is one of them. That's one of them. Hold up for 1 second while I put it all in a row. Oh yeah, okay, here it is. So let me give a high level here as we approach the third term of Xi Jinping and we look back on what the fuck's been happening. Number one, when he first got elected 5 years ago for his second term, Xi Jinping said he vows to stand tall and began China on a collision course with the United States. The past 5 years, since 2017, have been a dramatic shift in the globe around US and China. Instead of being generally friends with a few disagreements, we have, in the last 5 years, become a multipolar world, which is growing into sort of a new Cold War. Where many countries, alongside many supply chains, are being forced to sort of choose sides in an ever-deepening rift between the United States and China. This has been the story of Xi Jinping's term. And many who look with a wider view at it have noticed that the old strategy that China was on under the previous leader, Deng Xiaoping, was actually way more successful. I don't think they might have it here. But basically, he had a sort of what was called hide and bide. Here it is. Hide and bide strategy, which is where China was going to get very, very strong economically, but sort of keep it really low key. And this was crushing. This was making China the most dramatic growth and economic progress in human history. Deng Xiaoping was kind of a genius. And he basically allowed China to leapfrog ahead of many other countries and become incredibly powerful. And if they had kept with this strategy, it seems like things were all but certain that China would become the number one world economy and be able to dictate a lot of terms. Xi Jinping kind of jumped the gun. He kind of has jumped the gun and has, in fact, drawn attention to the country's rise too soon. And now there is a big sort of Cold War. And most importantly, it is threatening. This is what India's most wealthy person had to say. China's going to feel increasingly isolated. In fact, I think it mentions it here, but yeah, unfavorable views of China have climbed sharply in recent years in countries including South Korea, Australia, Canada, the UK, and Germany. There was little confidence in Xi personally in nations across Europe and North America. China apparently, despite wanting to seem stronger under Xi, has actually made themselves a little bit more brittle, a little bit less able to leverage their economic advantage. Now, again, does this mean collapse is imminent? Absolutely not. China is still an extreme powerhouse. And in fact, many countries are excited to be in part of a new China era. There is the BRICS collective of Brazil, Russia, I believe it's Iran, China. All of them are trying to build sort of a new normal. But it does appear to me that Xi Jinping may not be the ultimate hero that China needs right now. And in fact, his zero COVID policy, his hardline stance, his stacking all of the government with extremely loyal people is causing more problems than help over on the China side. But guess what? I wouldn't worry about it if I was them, because they have airdropped armed robot dogs. Or what? So that's pretty sick. We need to prepare an army of clones. Yes, if they have a droid army, we must build a clone army. This will work. This will work. Good idea. Who dat? Truly a master of geopolitics. But again, all that I talk about is about on the government side. Also, additionally, just to follow up, the Evergrande situation is continuing. Evergrande, I guess there's one good news to that China's property market is collapsing. And that's that all the Chinese developers and builders who have been buying foreign real estate are now being in a forced sale situation to get their money back to help pay debts back in China. So if you are in the market for a 210 million pound mansion in London, the Evergrande family just sold it. Okay? So if you want to pick up the Knightsbridge mansion, the most expensive mansion in London, this is easy. And this is happening in Canada and other places where Chinese real estate developers have parked some of their money. They are in a forced sale situation. Could be a chance to buy up very expensive property if that's what you're looking into. That's a big win. And then finally, I do want to say again, I only speak about China when I'm in reference to the government and certain decisions that are being made that I don't agree with. I, of course, am a full supporter of all people everywhere. And that's why I wanted to say there's not a big difference between the average person in China and the average person here, because the average person in China also can't find any friends. Dating apps have begun to thrive in China, but not just for romance. Friendship apps are rising dramatically. So hopefully we can get some of these here and we can join our Chinese brothers and sisters in finding some friends. If I didn't use these apps, I wouldn't have met many people. No one would have taken me out on the town. When was the last time you were taken out on the town, chat? That's why you need to get, what is the name of the app? Tantan and Jimu. Popular Chinese dating apps with Tinder-like features that are about meeting friends. Ladies and gentlemen, that is wins and fails for this week. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned a thing or two. And tune in next week for more Marketing Monday. Psych, I lied. Wait a minute. I have to thank the sponsor. Which is why I want to take one moment and thank the sponsor of today's Marketing Monday, Rocket Money. Thank you again to Rocket Money for the continued support of Marketing Monday. If you perhaps want to afford a £210 million mansion, you'll need to start by cutting costs, my friends. And that is what Rocket Money helps you to do. If you link your accounts, it shows you every single subscription you have. Netflix, Spotify, different news websites, Epidemic Sound for me, everything. Every possible subscription you have, it finds them automatically. It knows by people have already input similar billing charges, so it knows, so you don't have to do any work on yourself. And you can choose to cancel them right through the app, and it does the cancellation work for you. It's actually incredibly useful. It used to be called Truebill before it became Rocket Money. I've used Truebill on my own for like 2 years now. I love the product. It is an extremely helpful product, especially for someone like me who signs up for a lot of different news websites and different things and wants to cancel later on but forgets. So if you really check it out, go to rocketmoney.com/Atrioc and check it out. It is extremely, extremely useful and free to use the subscription feature. It has a paid version if you want, where it can like help negotiate cheaper bills for you and things like that. But the main thing, subscriptions is free. Check it out, sign up, connect your account. It also has an amazing feature where you can track your spending and save for certain things. So you can like set a goal that you want to save for and help you track and figure out how close you are to reaching that goal. It's just a pretty awesome money app. I highly recommend it. Very clean, very easy to use. And again, I've used it long before they sponsored me. I definitely do use it. To whatever fucking guy in chat said that. I literally use Truebill for a fucking long ass time. It is extremely useful. Very easy to use. Very nice. I canceled Epidemic Sound with it. Check it out. Thank you again, Rocket Money. rocketmoney.com/Atrioc. Check it out. Thank you again. That's it for Marketing Money today. And now, I believe, what time is it? 9:46. We are going to chill, watch some stuff. I'm going to get a little water and turn up the air because it's fucking hot in here. And then we're going to watch Community. Rivian isn't a Tesla competitor. Yes, it is. Of course it is. Tesla makes trucks too. Stupid message. First of all vehicle companies are Tesla competitors. They're all in the same basic market. They're What about Sibian? I guess if you work at Twitter, you won't need Sibian because Elon Musk is trying to fuck you left and right. So there are kind of competitors there, but only if you're a Twitter executive. Moment. Maya. Viola. Where's my Uber? Hello, my Uber. sweet dog. Mwah. What a sweet dog. What a sweet dog. Does Maya like Chevy? Sort of. I mean, they definitely get along. But Maya's scared of everything, so when Chevy runs around zoomies, it freaks Maya out. What an effortlessly cute dog. Why does she look depressed? I think she's depressed because you get all of your jokes and humor from the yard. It depresses her. That's the problem, is it makes her kind of sad.